Good afternoon and welcome back here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are now squaring off against Sulphur in the Murray County Bash. Here I am, your host today, not Jake Rutledge, along with Tandra Hamilton and Lee McGowan. Tandra, we missed you in the first game.
Yeah, I had to pick up some kiddos from school, and then I kind of hauled butt over here to get here.
Well, I think it's been one of those days. I got a call at 8 o'clock this morning. One of my rent houses had a water leak, so I was able to go fix that leak, run over to Paul's Valley, grab some pumpkins, and make it up here. So it looks like we're going to get started. Tandra?
Awesome. We got...
That's the...
Okay. We're going to start off for the Leopardettes. We're going to start with Chloe Broussard, our lone senior in the lineup for this game. And then on deck, we've got Reese Flood. So we're going to see what we can get going here. We got a bunch of speed at the top, and I think we're going to see a little bit better of a pitch in this game, and we're going to have to get our bats going.
Yeah, called strike one right there on Chloe. You know, it seems to be the thing for us is not getting started early and fast enough. We always want to wait till late and try to come around, and, you know, strike two for Chloe right there. You know, that going even back to the Morrison when we were up in the city up at Ripley, you know, Morrison tournament, that second game, we just couldn't get anything going. And it's like that last game, it took a while to ball one high. It just took a while for us to get it going. So hopefully we can get it going early right here against the hometown team and see what we can get going.
Like I said, I think that this game is going to be
nice slap right off the glove of the first baseman. Good job of getting us on, getting that lead off on. That's something that we've struggled with.
Yeah,
you know, and
absolutely.
That, you know, momentum. People don't believe hitting is contagious.
Yes, it is. And especially when your senior starts it off.
Absolutely.
Off, then you got something going right there. And right now we got up to bat number 6, Reese Flood. And Reese has been hot here lately.
She has been.
She's swinging the bat real well. And like I said, we have speed right there on first base right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bunt go down right here because Reese is pretty quick here at the plate, too.
Reese is very fast, good call. Squares the bunt, misses. Catcher misses the ball back to the screen, and Chloe advances to second. So ball one.
Yep. And like I said, right here, we got Chloe on second and Reese up. And it could go either way. We could see Reese swing away. We could see a bunt. Like I said, she's got speed, and she can beat out a throw.
Oh, and there's no doubt she proved that several times so far this year. You know, she just, again, she's one of these kids, another one of the tournament kids, and here she squares around a bunt. She pulls the bat back, call strike.
Ooh. I almost thought that was ball there.
Kind of questionable. Again, you know. So, you know, got a 1-1 count. Reese will step in right here.
Really good bat.
You know, kind of a questionable there, but I will say this umpire last game, you know, he was very consistent. He gives the pitcher the river pitch, maybe a little wider than I like, but, you know, here we go.
We got Chloe getting a really big lead out there. I think she's noticing that second baseman's not breaking in as tight as she is used to. So she's going to get that big lead and a little mess up, and she's going to go on to third. And we got
full
Reese.
Count right here. Reese swings on, hits it off the shin of the third baseman. Reese will make it. Chloe will get back safely to second. And just like that, we got 2 runners on with no outs, and some power going to start coming up. So
yeah, we got a really hard hit ball right there by Reese to get something going. Right now we got a big bat of Kaylin Taylor up. And then we have, looks like McLean on deck. Yep. And, you know, one swing of the bat right here with Kaylin, and it could be a different ball game right here leading things off.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball low for ball one. Go back to the last game, I had made a comment that we hadn't had very many long balls, and that is the truth. But, you know, I had said we only had one, which was Caitlin's, and that was wrong. We have had 2 home runs, one by Brooklyn, one of the freshmen, foul ball off of her leg for strike one. You know, so we've actually had 2 long balls this year. Burkham Brown hit one, and Marlowe the same day that Kaylin hit hers. So
we have the potential right here to take the lead.
We have a ton of potential. We have a ton of power. Ball high and away for ball 2.
Very good eye of Kaylin right now. She's 2-1 in the count right now ahead, and she's seeing the ball pretty well right here.
Yes, you know, we talked last game Robert and I did, about just how anxious these girls are and are wanting to hit, and they're swinging at things like that she probably should leave alone.
Yeah.
That they want to hit so bad that they're taking chances on pitches that normally they would not.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to settle down in the batter's box and just take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. That's
One
probably the
pitch at
best
a
way to
time.
put it.
We need to see a lot of pitches in a count. We got a full count right here with Kaylin and
Yes.
or nope, excuse me, 2-2.
You know, this pitcher's already up to 14 pitches
Yes.
through 3 batters, you know, and that's kind of like what Lexington did to us last game. And again, she's anxious to hit the ball.
Yep.
She's seeing it, and she's kind of leaping out,
Yep.
trying to hit and to make something happen instead of let it come to her. The count will remain at 2-2.
You can tell she's wanting it. She is wanting a good hit. And like I said, she's due for a good hit.
Oh.
She's been struggling the past couple games now. Yesterday in Davis, she really got it.
Ball hard hit in
deep,
left field, and it is
is
gone.
out
Home
of
run. What we just
here.
said.
Yep.
It's one swing of the bat,
is-
and what's scary is I don't think she got full extension
I
on
don't
it.
think she did. I think she barely got that,
I
actually.
think she just barely got the bottom half of the ball, and it just carried.
Yep.
But that just goes to show you the power that's there. So just
much
like that, we're
power.
up 3-0.
Yep. And like I said, she's just got so much power. One swing of the bat changes the game, and here we are 3-0 in the top of the first. And
Yeah,
we still got a long ball game to go, but
But that momentum,
Yes.
it carries. Here we are.
Yep.
We're up 3-0.
Yes.
No outs against the home team. You know, and that's huge.
Yeah.
Here they are, the girls, the home team, Sulphur Bulldogs, are meeting in the circle right now, kind of talking it out.
calm down. There's still a lot of ball game left.
Talking,
Just
absolutely,
calm your
talking to the
down.
pitcher.
Yep.
Hey, take a breath. That was one pitch. You know, they teach pitchers, throw it and forget it.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
it's one pitch at a time. So,
And nothing to take away from these Sulphur Bulldogs. They look very athletic. I don't know much about them. We haven't seen them this year, but their pitcher has a lot of velocity.
Absolutely.
And I can almost guarantee you they probably will be able to swing the bat. 'Cause they've
yes.
always been able to.
you know, I know a couple of the kids because Madison plays ball, travel
Yep.
ball with them. Paige at second base, a good hit to shortstop by McLean, thrown out there at first. But again, you know, swinging at things that maybe we should leave alone.
Yep.
But McLean's one of these kids. She's so tough on herself,
Yes.
and she wants to hit the ball so bad that she's taking chances that normally I don't think
Yep.
that. Like last year at this time, she was swinging the bat heavy.
Yes.
I mean, any swing of the bat and it could leave. And right now, I think she's wanting to get back to that. And she's
Yeah.
trying so hard.
Absolutely. And right now we have Lily Dotson up to bat. And this is the same way. Lily can change the game in one swing. We got a ball hit to short. I'm recording our second out right there. That shortstop has got a very good arm.
Yes.
We're going to have to hit the ball hard.
It's odd seeing a shortstop left-handed.
Yeah.
Generally, you see a
Absolutely.
left-hander at first, or
Yep.
a left-hander's out in the outfield, or a catcher.
Yep.
Very seldom do you see them playing a skill position like shortstop or second, because they have to switch their hips and
Yep.
make that different throw across the field.
It goes back to Lily's at bat. Well, she only seen one pitch. I think that the key to this game, even though we're up 3-0, we have to see more pitches in the count.
Well, we went from seeing 15 pitches through 3 batters to now
Yes.
we're at 19, 20 pitches now
Yep.
to going to our 6th batter. So, I mean, we're not helping ourselves, I feel, by
I
not
think
seeing more pitches.
the key to this game is going to be to step up in that box and be like, okay, I'm going to take 2, maybe 3 pitches before I even swing the bat.
Ball called for strike. 1-1's your count.
And we
2
got
outs.
Jaden Webb up to bat now with 2 outs, top of the first.
Ball outside for ball 2. The pitcher. And
Oh,
good
good
job
piece of hit right
ripping
there.
it down the left field line. You know, a lot of times you'll see a pitcher or a batter take that 4th pitch, but I think Coach Edwards gave him the green light,
Yeah.
and you can see Coach Edwards out there make that fist like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and that's
It's-
what taking those pitches is going to do. We're going
Yes.
to get to go deep in the count, and the pitcher might make just a tad bit, just a little mistake, just leaving it right over the top
Yes.
of the plate, and they're going to make adjustments and turn around on it.
We're going to get a pinch runner. Baron Cruz is going to come in and pinch run for Jaden Webb.
We got Maddie McGowan up to bat right now with, looks like Brecken Klein on
Klein
deck.
on deck. Again, Madison, you know, she's been struggling last few games. Now, early in the season, you know, against Ardmore and Dibble, she hit the ball really well. Ball called first strike. But again, you know, it's contagious, and Madison knows that she has to make some corrections, and
Yeah.
I know she's been working hard to make this happen. and dinked off the bat. Going to be trouble. Ball in the dirt. Madison will turn.
We got Barron coming around.
Barron will come around and score. Nobody at home. Oh, she got there under the tag barely. Madison will be held up at second. We got lucky there.
Yeah, we did. Great job by Barron to see that ball coming in.
See it and get down, absolutely.
I think that if she would have slid feet first, I think that call would have probably went the other way.
Absolutely.
But she got that hand underneath the glove.
Absolutely. Madison, she, again, to me, I think she stepped out and away from the pitch and got the ball off the edge of the bat, and still put enough spin on it. It made it trouble to field.
And she didn't give up. She hustled the whole way, and then she got over to second base in a hurry.
Yes. Ball inside.
Got Brecken Klein up to bat right now with
Hallie Harris.
Hallie Harris on deck. So we're sitting here at our 8-hole hitter, and we're just in the top of the first, and
Absolutely.
we have a chance to turn our lineup over again. And that was something that we didn't get to do.
And now Brecken hits it to second. Oh, almost a high pitch. High throwback over to first, but nonetheless, they got her out at first.
And that will end the top half of the first inning here in Sulphur. The Leopardettes are ahead 4-0 going in the bottom of the first.
And with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Welcome back once again here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are here battling it out against the Sulphur Bulldogs here in the Murray County Bash. Chandra, it looks like are you either one of you guys familiar with any of these players here that are any of these Sulphur girls?
I think McGowan is.
I've got a couple of the girls that Madison has played ball with over the years. The starting second baseman, Paige, actually plays on Madison's travel team now. She's a solid player, solid hitter. So it'll be fun to watch, see how this lineup shakes out. Other than that, I haven't seen very much on Sulphur at this point.
Up to bat, leading things off for Sulphur is...
First pitch high and away for ball one.
I think that is number 1, Amira.
Amira, it looks like.
Yep. And I suspect these Sulphur hitters to jump out early and to really attack the ball. I don't suspect us to lay down.
No, I don't suspect that they're going to lay down at all. Mm-hmm. Just having conversations before the first game started for us, talking with the coach. He very high intensity. He seems to me to be a high intensity guy again.
Yep.
Girls tend to feed off of that, or kids in general tend to feed off of that.
Jaden settles in right here for her second pitch at the at-bat. Looks like we're going to get a ball. Oh, nope, that's a strike. He takes a little long.
He takes his time to call, and that's what stinks being up here in the box. Like Robert said earlier, usually we're down below where we hear and see everything, and he's taking a minute to get that call.
Yep. Third pitch.
Ball fouled up and away.
Foul back behind us.
First strike, 2. Count will be 2-2.
I'd like to give a shout out there to Jessica Work. Jessica's trying to figure out who is on air today. Jessica, I am not Jake Rutledge. Play-by-play is Tandra Hamilton, and color is Lee McGowan.
We got Jaden settling back in and trying to just find her groove right here. She's just trying to find the strike zone.
Jaden's throwing the ball in, wanting to get a different ball.
I guess we have Sulphur's number 1, Amira, leading things off right here. We're
And swing and a miss for strike one. And we'll throw it around a little bit.
And that's a good start right there for Jaden to settle
Absolutely.
in, get her first strike chasing the ball like that.
Yes, she went, deep into the count, but nonetheless came out,
Yeah.
come out on top. And that's always good for a pitcher, even when they get deep, not to give up and to keep spinning the ball.
First pitch at that bat's foul back.
For strike one.
We got number 24, Chloe, up to bat for the Sulphur Bulldogs right now.
One thing that we are very blessed with, and something I don't think that we've been blessed with in the past, is having how deep we are at pitcher.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got 4 girls that can pitch, and no one graduates.
Ball in the dirt for ball one. And evens the count up 1-1 right here with 1 out in the bottom of the first, and Leopardettes are leading 4-0.
And with with that thought too, we've got another pitcher coming up next year.
Mm-hmm.
The little sister of Lily Dotson coming up, and she can pitch very well too. So
Yes,
next year Coach
absolutely.
Edwards will have a ball hit back to Jaden, thrown over to Madison McGowan for out number 2.
And that says a lot right there about Jaden being able to field her position after coming out of her pitch and being able to
Absolutely.
get that ball that's hit. I would say it's hit decently hard back at her right there.
And for anybody that's never had the chance to do that, I catch Madison on a regular basis, but to be on the receiving end of that on the catcher side, but then to be a pitcher.
We got a ball hit to Chloe Broussard in center field.
Chloe
and that
sets
is
up a great job,
hot.
sets up underneath that, records out number 3, and goes back to what you were talking about. First pitch, swing. They're not getting us deep into the count.
Yep.
Jaden leaves the inning now with 10 pitches through 3 batters. That's pretty efficient.
Yep. And we are going to finish off the first inning with the Leopardettes 4 and the Sulphur Bulldogs 0.
And we'll take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squaring off here against Sulphur in the Murray County Bash. Just for you folks that are just now tuning in, I am your host, not Jake Rutledge. Play-by-play today is going to be Tandra Hamilton with Lee McGowan throwing in some color. Welcome back to the bottom of the second.
We're going to get the bottom of the second start, or the
Top of the second.
Started with Hallie Harris and Chloe Broussard on deck. And right here we've got our 9-1 hole with a ton of speed.
Absolutely. Called first strike right there. Again, the key being, I hope this inning starts off like the last one, is get that first hole, number 1 hitter on, get your second, and just get that momentum, continue to build on it.
And we just came out from the bottom of the first like that. And second pitch,
fouled
off back behind here. And Hallie quickly goes down 2 in the count, and now she's got to shorten up. She's got to make something happen, foul anything off that she doesn't like.
Hallie is so fast, and she just has to get it a little in play, and she gives herself a chance to get on first. Good job by getting out of the way. Ball high.
Moves the count to 1-2 right here for Hallie, and I'm hoping she can get something fouled off and see a lot more pitches and maybe get something right down the middle for her.
Nice job, and she will be there without any problem.
Yes.
Safe by mile. Again, just what I said, she barely gets the bat on the ball, dinks it right there in front of the third baseman, and that's trouble
Absolutely.
immediately because she's already halfway
Yep.
down the third baseline before the girl ever comes up with the ball.
There was not a chance of getting
There was
her right
no
there.
chance.
She's just so fast. And like we said, we get Hallie on, then we have Chloe right up here, and she's dangerous with her speed too. So,
You know, Chloe, the thing with Chloe that I like about Chloe is she slaps, but if she wants to stand in there and hit the ball, she can stand in there and hit the ball.
yep, absolutely. And we got Hallie going to second, no problem. It
Called
was
strike one.
uncontested right there. She goes in standing up, and now here we go. We got runner on second with no outs, and our lone senior in the lineup,
Absolutely.
ready to do some work.
That's the thing I'm talking about. I wish Coach Edward would notice that they're playing very shallow. They're expecting the slap right here. Bunt, foul. Let her swing the bat, because if they start playing shallow that way, Chloe has the power, and the way she will pull the ball, she'll pull it to right center, and there is a monster gap toward the scoreboard right there that would benefit hugely for her.
And now she's down right here in the count with 2 strikes on her and no balls, and she got shortened up. She got to battle and just get something in play, and she's a warrior. She can do it.
Absolutely.
I know she's
Nice job, batted it right up the middle, advances the runner to third.
And I know she's not happy about that hit right there, but we've got somebody on third now with 1 out.
Absolutely.
And, you know, with the way that they threw a couple of the first balls over to first, there was no telling.
Yeah,
where that was
it's
gonna
kind of
go.
erratic. You know, you go back to when Madison made it on base a while ago. It was a bad throw. Anytime you put pressure on a team, you leave room for errors.
Yes,
so
absolutely. Then we got Reese Flood right here.
nice rip, nice stop by the second baseman, thrown over. They'll get Reese
Reese
at first, but the run will score. That'll move us up another run to 5-0 in the top of the
And that
second.
was a really good hard hit by
Absolutely.
Reese. Honestly, it was probably much in the gap, but the second baseman for Sulphur, hats off to her because she just made a really good play, a backhanded play,
Yes.
and then threw her out.
You know, that's the girl that Madison plays ball with. She's just a freshman, so, I mean, again,
Yep.
you know, here we are with Kaylin.
Kaylin back up to bat right here, and like I said, she can, one swing of the bat, she's going to be able to
Add to it. So, I mean,
Add
she did
to the
that a while
score,
ago.
yep.
She put us up 3-0 a while ago.
Yep.
So,
I think they're going to be a little. And Kaylin right here is going to try to dig out a throw from third base and just can't quite get there. So we're going to end the top of the second with adding 1 run, and Leopardettes go up 5-0 in the top of the second.
Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squaring off against the Sulphur Bulldogs here in the Murray County Bash.
We got our Leopardettes right now up, going in the bottom of the second, 5-0, and we have a lot of momentum right now. We are playing really good defense, and we're hitting the ball pretty well. We're seeing the ball pretty well. It's something we wasn't doing the first game, was seeing the ball and hit the ball.
Absolutely. You know, we've struggled a little bit at times, going back to Ripley, and even before that, you know.
First pitch strike for Jaden to lead things off, and we're going to lead things off with number 11, looks like Briley, and we got number 18, Kylie, that's going to be on deck for the Sulphur Bulldogs. And second pitch coming. Looks like it's going to be another strike for Jaden.
Nice job locating the pitch, putting it out in a way so that making the batter second guess, man, is that going to be? And now we're, Jaden's up with an 0-2 count.
Now she's in her count. She can throw what she wants. We got a foul ball back behind here, and that was a pretty good lick right there by number 11 for Sulphur. Like I said, I don't suspect they're going to lay down and
absolutely
die
not.
for us. I think they're gonna still fight their way in here, and they're going to swing the bat. I mean, they haven't made it through their whole lineup yet.
No,
so
not at all.
seen-
Up to the next pitch, Jaden's only pitched 11 pitches, 12 pitches, and we've seen, we've already rolled through our just over the top of Madison's glove.
And we got a runner on for Sulphur right here to lead things off, and this kind of momentum can really spark something.
Hitting's contagious.
Yep.
We talked about that a while ago. With Madison on that, instead of trying to come in on that, maybe turn her hips a little bit, take a couple of steps back, and then it's easier to come in than it is to go backwards.
Absolutely.
But just over the top of her glove nonetheless, and got a runner on first.
We got a pinch runner right here for Sulphur. It looks like it's going to be number 9, Emma, and number 18, Kylie, is going to go to work right here for the Sulphur Bulldogs and see if she can get something going for them.
Pitch high.
Pitch one for ball one right here in the count. And we got Reese and, is that Lily at second?
Lily Dawson's at second.
We got them ready for that runner, and I don't suspect that Sulphur's going to, I don't think they're going to steal right here. They might surprise me, but I kind of.
Swing and a miss. And he's screaming at her, first baseman screaming. First base coach is telling the girl to go. The third base is telling her to just get back, and she's kind of got that look like, who am I listening to here?
Absolutely. I don't know if they thought it was a tip or if it was just a swing and a miss.
Because she had the jump.
Yeah, she did.
And then she just locked, and then,
You kind of think to yourself, are we going to see a bunt though with runner at first and no outs? And I think we're just going to swing away. I think we're going to see what they can do. Ball low outside, just barely missing right here for the count to go 2-1.
I think Coach Edwards may have been expecting them to try to steal right here because McLean had set up to the outside to give her that optimal throw down lane had been there.
Kylie settles in, and she's going to take.
And there she goes.
Ball 3.
And now McLean will run at her. Oh, bad throw.
To the out, gets past Hallie Harris, and it is rolling to the fence right now. We got Sulphur advancing to third. Ball comes in. We're going to hold up that Sulphur runner, and Lily's able to get that ball in to get that Sulphur runner held up at third, but the damage is done. The ball gets past Hallie, and I think it just slips under the glove of Maddie right there, and it's something like that can spiral.
Absolutely.
Right there, real quick.
And if you don't work on it in practice, and I've not been to many of the practices on purpose because, the girls, they don't like parents being there or whatnot, but, it's one of those things that they need to work on to know where the ball is going to be on a consistent basis, and you get a hard hit to the left field.
And that is fair.
Just
that is a
fair.
fair ball, and Sulphur is going to get their first run on the board with a hard hit to left field by number 18, and
nice job right there by Brecken. Exactly. Hitting's contagious, and here we go.
And you rack up the error right there with it, and they're going to take advantage of it. They're not going to lay down for you. They're going to make you work. And
nice job by Brecken
5-1.
getting to that. I mean that was as close to being on the line as possible. Brecken closes the gap, gets there, gets the ball into second, holds the runner up at first.
That could have easily have got to the fence, and we got a bunt right here for Kaylin Taylor, and she's going to
in the dirt and unable to field it. Here we go, another error induced. Runner will hold up at second and third.
Hallie got that ball in pretty quick to Maddie to get that to get those runners held up at second and third, but if not, that runner's fast enough.
She would have scored.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Just got to set your feet.
Yeah.
Kaylin's trying to hurry, and I get it. She had plenty of time on the bunt because she had read the bunt. She had already closed in on it. Just take your time, set your feet, make the throw.
Now we got number 8, Gracie, up to bat for the Sulphur Bulldogs, and we're going to see what she can do. She's got runners at second and third and no outs, and they've got the momentum.
And they've got that momentum. Big Mo's on their side right now.
And they're coming out swinging at the first pitch. They're ready. They're wanting to get something started for their dugout and their defense, and they're ready.
Squares around a bunt and miss. Oh.
We got a little trip right there, and I'm kind of shocked that McLean didn't try to throw that down and see what she could do. But
Reese wasn't there yet. Reese hadn't come over quite fast enough yet to close that gap. Had Reese been there a little quicker, I think maybe McLean may have tossed that down there and probably would have got her because she had tripped up.
Pitch on the way for ball high outside right here to make the count 1-2 with 1 ball and 2 strikes for number 8, the number 8 Sulphur Bulldog hitter. And we got no outs right here in the bottom of the second. Sulphur is threatening.
High foul ball backing away.
And they're wanting to hit.
They're swinging.
They're not going to go down.
No, ma'am. Still yet, even at the bottom of the second, we was talking about pitch count. Jaden's only thrown 22 pitches.
Absolutely.
Compared to their pitcher's already thrown 40-something pitches. So, but we could flip roles real fast right here because they're coming out swinging and they're not backing down. So, pop up
in the infield right here. Jaden's got it, and the runners will hold at third and second for the first out of the inning for the Leopardettes. And now we have number 4, Kinsey, going to be up to bat for the Bulldogs. And we're quickly fixing to roll the lineup over for the Sulphur Bulldogs.
Yeah, just like that. After going, 1, 2, 3 now, they're about to send, their 5th batter up to the plate in the bottom of the second. So, again, it doesn't take much to change things up. She squares up the bunt. Kaylin makes a catch. Nice job by Kaylin coming in, making an athletic catch, and boom, here we go. We got 2 outs, and that can change things in a hurry.
What a way to make up for your error that you
Absolutely.
had. What a way. You come back and you get that out, and you save a run.
Absolutely. That's just a good job by just getting over there and stopping. I mean, she had to stop and come back because she read bunt and saw that it was popped up and was able to change directions pretty quick. That's a good job.
I'm a little surprised right here by what we're seeing with the Sulphur Bulldogs up to bat with runners at second and third and 1 out and bunting the ball. That's a little surprising to me. But you know what? They probably have speed.
This young lady right here at the plate, Paige Collins, I do know she has speed and she has a bat. This kid, she swings the bat with ill intentions and she is a very good hitter.
Yeah. And just because, we got 2 outs, Sulphur has momentum right now.
They do.
They got runners on. They're still threatening with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Strike three.
And
that gets us out of the inning.
Her down. And that will in the bottom of the second, and Sulphur Bulldogs try to get something going, but they got 1 run on the board, and
Absolutely.
Leopardettes win. Leopardettes go into the top of the third, 5-1.
You're getting a little far ahead of us, Tandra.
Yeah, I know. Ready to go home for a nap or something.
With that being said, stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network.
It stinks with this.
Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squared off here against the Sulphur Bulldogs here in the Murray County Bash. Looks like we're going to start off here with McLean County. McLean County. We're in Murray County. I don't know where. Stinnett. McLean Stinnett first up to bat. And, Lee, I don't know if you knew this or not, but McLean's father, Stinger Stinnett was his name back in the day. He's a Leopard legend, and he was actually one of the first MMA fighters. He was MMA before MMA was cool.
McLean steps in and takes the first strike of the at-bat for the top of the third. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't even know if we're in the top or the third.
Top of the third. Here we go.
Second pitch is going to be a strike as well, right there on the outside corner, and she's quickly ahead down, 0-2 in the count with 2 strikes on her. And we're going to see her shorten up and try to put something in play.
McLean just needs to shorten up right here.
Yeah.
We get one in play.
There we go.
Hard
ball
hit
to the fence,
and it is
out
gone,
here.
just like we talked about earlier.
Yep.
It's just a matter of, and again, I don't think she got all of that
I
ball.
didn't think so either. And you know what? McLean needed that.
Oh, she needed that big
needed
time.
that
She
big
had been
time.
struggling, and just like that, we talked about only having 2 home runs on the year, and now
Yep.
in one game we've doubled up.
That too,
So
yep.
So
And just
I love it.
Just a good swing. She just has a good swing. She didn't overdo it.
No.
And she didn't crush that ball. She didn't get all of that ball, and it still went out of here. And now the Leopardettes lead 6-1.
Absolutely.
You know, we've all been saying this one's due, this
Yep.
one's
Yes.
due, and now they're all going to do it in the
Yep.
same game.
That's
Yep.
okay. Another one. Here we go. Lily Dotson's coming up to bat,
And
and
this is another one that can easily send it out of the park.
I mean, we got anybody can send it out of the yard
Yep.
now through 9-hole at this
Yeah,
point. I mean, we've
absolutely.
got power throughout. It's just a matter of getting bat on ball.
And Lily takes ball 1 at the at-bat, a little outside right there. And, the previous at-bat, I think we would have seen that just as a strike. But,
You know,
and there
And
it
there
goes,
that one
another
goes.
high fly ball
And-
to the scoreboard, and it
Bounces off the wall, narrowly hits a home run again.
Yep.
Like I said,
Lily slides into safe. Her
contagious.
second safe, and
Yes.
she's easily got a double right there. Just
We're a foot.
misses.
A foot.
Just misses right off the top of the fence.
So here we go. And again, Jaden Webb's just
Yep.
as capable.
Yes.
Madison McGowan's just
Yes.
as capable. Everybody in this lineup right now is very capable.
And once
Even
one
going
does
to
it, they're gonna all start doing it.
that's okay. I mean, I wish they would have started last game.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Then we got Jaden Webb right here up to bat, and she takes her first pitch at the bat as a strike, a ball or a strike inside with Lily Dodson on second, and we have no outs in the bottom of the third, and the Leopardettes are winning 6-1, and I think we finally got the bats hot, and now
And
we got a
there we
hard
go.
line drive
Hard hit up
to
the middle.
left center
That'll
field.
score Lily Dotson.
Lily comes in
Stand
standing
up. Great job by.
Great piece of hitting right there by Jaden Webb. She just got all that ball, and we've got a time right here by the Sulphur coach. And
I was trying to figure out what Madison was doing running down to the first base coach, but he's got her glasses. That kind of helps when you go to hit sometimes.
Yeah. I don't suspect Sulphur to make a change right here. I think coach is just going to settle her down. And
Yeah.
I think they're looking at their cards right here, and I think they might have gotten a little confused on
the
some
pitches.
pitch calls. And
Absolutely.
I think he's just trying to get clarification of what he's calling and what
Yes.
you're seeing, and maybe the pitcher has missed that spot or missed the pitch
Right.
to send those 2 balls out of the park back to back.
No, you're absolutely correct. You can see them. You can see the pitcher and the catcher. They're both looking down, talking, and looking at their cards.
Yeah.
You'll have Baron Cruz coming in to pinch run for Jaden. Jaden's the pitcher.
Yep.
Yeah, we was talking about Stinger Stinnett earlier, and then his daughter goes on to hit a homer. Maybe we're going to have to call her Swinger Stinnett, or the
Absolutely.
dinger for the little Stinger.
Yep. And we are fixing to get things rolling back. And like I said, I think the Sulphur coach is just trying to calm his pitcher down, saying, you know what, you're okay. Just throw the
Absolutely.
ball, and let's see what our defense can do. And we got Maddie McGowan up to bat right now with runner on first with no outs in the top of the third for the Leopardettes. And she takes
Pitch
ball
high.
1 high. Barron's going to go over there to second base and round it standing up. And here we go. We got a runner in scoring position, and Maddie is very, very capable of, 1, sending the ball to the park, and 2, I think she's got the most RBIs right now.
Going into, I think so, but that changed quickly. She's on a streak of, she's not been seeing the ball very well, and
Yeah.
she's trying so hard.
And ball 2 right there to Maddie, and here she is. She's ahead in the count, 2-0, and you got to stop and think. She just needs to breathe.
Yeah,
just get
just
up there
breathe.
and have fun.
That's what it boils down to. Ball away.
3.
This is what you want as a hitter. You
Yep.
want to be up 3-0 in the count.
Yes,
Now
absolutely.
they have to pitch to you.
Yep.
The question is Edwards going to give the green light? Most likely Madison's not going to swing.
Yep.
Just in her mind, she's not swinging unless he's already told her to swing.
Pitch on the way, and that is going to be called for a strike outside, and that was a little questionable. Just a tad.
a touch. But again, this umpire has been as consistent as any that we've seen. So
absolutely.
you know what he's going to call. You can see the pitch catcher sitting up outside.
Matt,
Bang! Oh, hard hit back up to the pitcher.
Good hard hit right back to the pitcher for Maddie. And that's just a tough break right there to end the inning for the Leopardettes and to get Barron at second. That should be 2 outs, shouldn't it?
That would be just that's a good question. No, that's 3.
Yep.
That is 3. But, that was a hard hit. Madison drives it up the middle.
Yep.
Great job by the catcher getting her glove on it. Barron had already bolted thinking it was a clean hit.
Mm-hmm.
And now, just like that, we're out of the inning. But
we're going to head to the bottom of the third. Leopardettes are ahead 7-1, and we will be back.
Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. And it looks like it was just 2 outs, so welcome back.
That's what I thought. I
had 2 as well, but I thought, well, maybe we missed something.
Yeah, and now we got Brecken Klein up to bat and Hallie Harris on deck. So here we go. We're in the top of the third. Leopardettes lead 7-1 with 2 outs, and Brecken takes the second pitch at the at-bat for a ball 1. So it's 1-1 right here to Brecken, and like I said, we thought there was 2 outs, and then they come off the field and get ready to go again, and Brecken pops that up to the right fielder, who is just under the ball. Yep, and that will end the inning.
Officially end the inning for the second time.
And we are now heading to the top of the fourth with the Leopardettes winning 7-1.
Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back once again to the Murray County Bash here, where our Leopardettes are squared off against the Sulphur Bulldogs. And you guys were just talking about the pitching counts. Could you run that past me one more?
Okay, so Jaden's has thrown 27 pitches through 2 full innings. And when you look at the opposing pitcher from Sulphur, her pitch count's somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 60. And it kind of you can see the kind of the reflection on the board. It's 7-1 in the favor of the Lady Leopards, and so you can usually tell in a game, if you're looking at nothing else, just by the pitch count. if you got a pitcher that's in a really low pitch count and the opposing pitcher's in a higher pitch count, you can tell who generally is winning at that point.
Yeah. And first pitch of the
Oh,
bottom of the third will go to a hit batter, and that is
number one, Garner.
Yep, and I think that is our leadoff.
Yes, that's
Yep, and so now we're going to bring up number 24, Chloe, and this is their 2-hole hitter. So we are coming to the second round of their lineup.
They've officially made it through the first, where we've already turned our batting lineup over twice, fixing to start our third time.
Second pitch is a popped-up bunt, and Kaylin makes a good effort, but it's just a little bit too far into the dugout for her to get right there.
The thing you see differently right now versus what we've seen in other games, the girls are smiling.
Yes, they're having fun.
They're having fun. The demeanor of their body language. We talk about body language.
Yep.
Their body language is complete night and day different.
Yeah, and when you're winning 7-1,
it's easier
you're comfortable.
Absolutely.
But we don't need to get too comfortable.
No.
Because the Sulphur Bulldogs are very, very capable.
No, they're not going to lay down.
Of going on a run and coming back.
Well, they showed last inning.
Yes.
I mean, they're capable of doing it.
Yep,
So
absolutely. And Jaden settles in for her next pitch, and it is high for ball 1. And our corners, everybody's moving. They're ready because it's 2-hole hitter right here. She's got some speed for 1.
Yes.
She did prove that. She's going to lay down the bunt. She's going to make us work.
Absolutely.
She's going to see what we can do, and they're going to try to get that runner
Well, he
over to
showed
second.
he's not afraid to bunt
Yeah,
anywhere in the
absolutely
lineup.
not.
The Sulphur has shown that they'll bat anywhere in the
We
lineup.
got a foul ball out there to left field, Brecken Klein, and that will bring our count to 1-2. And I think we're gonna see her battle right here.
Yes.
She's not gonna go down without a fight.
She's going to go down fighting for sure. The last at bat she tried bunting. I think she was one of them that bunted and popped it up.
Yep.
Again, with a 1-2, you're not going to see her bunt. She's going to swing away.
Yep. And pitch right here is a fly ball to center field, and Chloe is out there calling it, and she is under that ball. And that records the first out of the inning for the Leopardettes. And what a way to start
Absolutely.
defensively after a hit batter to get on base.
Yes.
And I'm going to give it up to Chloe right there. She is playing fairly deep out there. I mean,
she is playing deep.
This field is actually pretty big, and she had to come running and caught that ball on the run. And there's another hard ball hit to Chloe in center
nice
field,
job.
left center field, and she is on the run and gets that. Like I said, her speed right there is what gets that ball.
She sees the ball
Yes,
very well off the bat, and she has for as long as I've known the kid.
She is a very good outfielder for us.
She sees it, and you can see the minute it's hit, even if it's in left field or in right field, she still sees it, and she's drifting.
She's
drifting that, and she covers so much ground. Absolutely.
It's incredible how much ground she covers, and her speed is just incredible. She has one of the best arms I have seen also. So
for a center fielder, absolutely.
Yes, I have. And that is a ball in the dirt, and Sulphur Bulldogs are going to go over and take second. And the count is now 1-0 right here to number 11.
Sanford.
Briley Sanford, I think, right?
Yep. Briley Sanford.
And we got 2 outs right here in the bottom of the third for Jaden, and the pitch is on the way. And that is a ball straight up the middle to Chloe, and she's
she'll
got
come
the ball.
up throwing. That's a good job.
Great job. Great decision right there. She knew exactly what she was fixing to do with that ball. She was ready to throw her out, and you know what? I think that's a good decision by the Sulphur coach to keep his base runner there.
Yeah, because she was coming up and she was locked, and she was fixing to let it fly. So
absolutely, and she is capable of throwing somebody out from center field.
Absolutely.
And here we are. We got runners on the corner. In the bottom of the third, Leopardettes leave 7-1 with 2 outs, and we have number 18 for the Sulphur Bulldogs up to bat right here. And I think we're going to see a little situation right here.
I think
we're going to see Sulphur, I think, take second, which rightfully so. There's 2 outs. Why would McLean throw down? But I think we're going to see something. I
think he'll probably throw it to Reese and see if we can't catch him off guard.
Oh no, a hit batter. That's the second hit batter of the inning for Jaden Webb right now, and that loads the bases with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And here it is. But Bulldogs are threatening.
Again, 2 outs. Kind of reminiscent of what we were doing last game.
Yep.
We waited till we had 2 outs to try to do anything, and again, but don't don't kid yourself right here. I mean, this isn't a good situation to be in. 2 outs. I mean, it's actually in favor of them. The pressure's on us.
And foul ball right back to the net. And Jaden, after that hit batter, she's coming right back at her. She's not going to let them get her twice, I don't think.
No, she's a strong kid.
Yep.
Pitches very well.
Yes.
Got a really good head on her shoulders and very confident kid. You don't see her lose confidence in herself. Even if a team's hitting her, she sticks with what she knows, and she does such a good job.
And the pitch underway, and that is a hard fly ball right in front of Brecken Klein, and we got 1 run score, and we are holding up bases loaded for the Sulphur Bulldogs again. We got I think that's number 11 or 12 that drove in that run right there for Sulphur. Just hits right there in front of Brecken in left field and keeps the bases loaded for the Sulphur Bulldogs. Now we got number 18, right? No,
number 8.
Number 8, Gracie, up to bat for the Bulldogs, and they've got a little bit of momentum. With 2 outs
the momentum
right here,
going
bases
to 2
loaded.
outs. 2-out rally. Still
I think we're going to see them swinging the bat hard. Yep, right here, and we pop up to right in front of Jaden. We got a runner coming home.
Safe. McLean.
Yes, McLean
she never touched the plate.
Base. She never touched the plate.
Never touched the plate.
And so we have a safe call at home after just a little blooper right here in front of Jaden to roll back to McLean.
And that was a good job by Madison. I think Jaden thought she had her. Madison goes to the circle to pick up the ball to make sure everything stays, get it killed.
Yep.
So,
and
again, errors, unforced errors.
Yep.
Or forced errors at this point.
Uncharacteristic of us right there. And here we go. Jaden's settling in for the first pitch of that bat, and that's going to be a ball. And we're going to see number 4, Kinsey, up to bat here for the Sulphur Bulldogs. And bases are still loaded. And we are at the top of the third. And now the score's 7-3 with 2 outs.
With 2 outs. And again, they're not going to go down. Hard hit
right
Jaden.
back to Jaden. Lily gets it, but just not in time.
Bounces off of Jaden's hit, hits Jaden's
tough
foot.
Luck right there. And
we're
going to get a timeout right here by Edwards, and he's going to, check on his pitcher to make sure she's okay, and then kind of see what we're feeling. Like, why are we spiraling, girls? Like, let's calm down. We've got a 7-4 lead. We're still got a pretty decently comfortable lead. We came into this inning
up 7-1. So,
with the momentum.
Yes.
Playing really good defense. And then we made 2 really good defensive plays in center field by our lone senior, Chloe Broussard. And now it's kind of taking effect on the infield.
Well, and it's just a turn around and look. And I think McLean thought she was standing on top of the plate.
Yeah.
And I can see that.
Yeah. And it's just an unfortunate
Just go ahead and look.
Call right there.
And again, it's just little things that turn into big things.
Yep.
If we don't be careful.
We got bases loaded with, looks like, number
Paige Collins
10,
back up.
Paige Collins back up to bat right here, and this is their 9-hole hitter. 2 outs, and the first pitch at the at-bat, she is swinging.
She's the one that ended it at the end of the last inning.
Yep, absolutely. So we're right there again.
Yes.
They're
fixing to turn their lineup over again.
Yep, and we've only seen their lineup twice, and we've seen ours 3 times, and they're threatening to turn it right back over. Paige swings and misses big on that one, and you can tell she is wanting to get something done. She wants to drive a run, 2, maybe even all of them in. She has
the potential and has the power to do it.
Yep, absolutely. And I think our Leopardettes still need to stay on their toes. They need to get ready for this pitch, and it is a ball hit straight to Reese. And she's going to throw her out to end the inning, but the damage has been done.
Yeah.
We went into this inning 7-1, and now the Leopardettes have a lead of 7-4 going in the top of the 4th inning.
Absolutely. It's still easier to play with the lead than it is to play from behind. The pressure's more on them than it is us. We just got to go up and continue to do what we've been doing and swinging the bats.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where the Leopardettes are squared off against Sulphur in the Murray County Bash. Leopardettes are going to be ahead 7-4, but let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, there was some damage done that last or the
Absolutely.
bottom or the top half of the inning.
Bottom half.
Bottom half.
We're in the top half of the fourth now.
Y'all got me all confused. We got Hallie Harris leading things off right for us for the Leopardettes, and she's going to take strike one for the Leopardettes. And I think we're going to see a little short game right here.
Yeah.
She's going to try to get on. Her speed right there is going to get
Absolutely.
her on.
Last inning she did this, and you notice the third baseman has come in half, cut the baseline in half.
Yep.
Playing really shallow.
They're not going to let what she did the first time.
Exactly. She's not going to let them beat her that bad this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hallie is our 9-hole hitter, so we're fixing to turn the lineup over
Again.
4 times now.
Yes.
And we haven't done that all season.
No, not that I'm aware of, and I thought she had the bat down, but I guess the way she twisted, he called strike there. We haven't done that. The closest we came to that was at the very beginning of the season, either with the Ardmore game or the Dibble game.
Yep.
So,
and Hallie quickly goes down 2-1 right here with the pitch, and she is going to foul that back right to the catcher. And she's staying alive. She's shortened up. She's gonna try to get on as any way she can right here. Bunt, just even a little blooper.
yes.
Something just to get her going.
She doesn't have, again, like we talked about before, she doesn't have to hit it hard.
No,
She just got to get it.
And Hallie is going to go down swinging for the first out of the inning, and that will bring up our lone senior in the lineup, number 0, Chloe Broussard. And that last hit she got to start the inning is what she needed.
Yes.
She's been struggling a little bit, but
Yes, and it's hard as a slapper.
Yes, it is.
Because, and I hate it because she does have the power. I wish he would let her. It looks
Chloe
like
takes ball 1 outside right here.
And it does look like he's going to not slap right
Yep.
here. I don't know if he's leaving this up to her or if he's calling it himself, and him being Coach Edwards. But she has the power. Let her hit.
Ball too high to Chloe, and she sees the ball well.
Yes.
We don't ever have to worry if she's gonna take as many pitches as she can, unless it's something, first pitch strike right down the middle.
Absolutely.
She's gonna take it, and she's another one that has a lot of speed. She's very versatile. She can hit, and she takes ball 3, and it almost looked like that might have skimmed her just a little bit.
Maybe. I was looking to see if he was fixing to call it a strike because the way she looked back at
Yep.
him, I was like, did he just call it a
And
strike?
She's quickly ahead 3-0 in the count, and next pitch is strike 1 to Chloe. So we're going to go 3-1 right here with our senior up to bat. And we're going to see what she can do.
Yes. No, and you talk about the lone senior. The good thing is and
Foul
by
that
saying
ball
that,
right back here to us, and now we got a full count.
and by saying that, what the good thing is we are a very young team.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And I'll take, Coach Edwards should be, with what we have,
Yep.
we have a lot of potential if we can get all the pieces put together. But, and then you continue to look at what's coming up in the pipeline.
Yes, absolutely.
There's some really good years ahead for Leopard softball.
Losing KK to the season
Oh.
is devastating.
Yes,
And
I hate it, not just losing her on the field, but I hate it for her personally.
yes, absolutely, for a senior.
For a senior to
Yeah.
lose her fast pitch season that way, again, on a freak deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even like it was on the basketball floor. They
Yep.
were at a camp. A girl just rolled into her, and we saw it, and she kind of went down, and I thought, okay, she's fine. And she came out and even tried to play again. It took a couple of steps and fell, and that's when we all realized at that point that it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah. Well, with Chloe being our lone senior in the lineup, this kind of pulls at my heartstrings a little.
Oh, absolutely.
We've been following her since she could walk, and now we're coming to an end of a career and era, and she has signed to play with Eastern Oklahoma State College, and that's a big thing for her. And
Well, sure.
She's excited, and we're all excited for her, but as an aunt, you kind of get sad to see her last start.
Well, everything's the last first everything at this point. And
Chloe
having
gets on right
that's
there
a
with
great
ball
job
4 and
watching the ball, making
very
her
great
pitch
job.
to her. Again, she took her deep in the count.
Yep,
She saw
absolutely.
many pitches, and in pushing that pitch count, the pitcher's now up over 64
Yep.
pitches. And we're at the top of the fourth. So, and we can play 7 innings. And
now we got Reese Flood up to bat, and It could go either way. We've seen her bunt and we've seen her swing away even with one out. And
Yeah.
Chloe's got a lot of speed over there at first base, so we're gonna see what she is gonna handle right here.
You know, and she's been hitting the ball really
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
So obviously, I don't think he's going to try to take the bat out of
No.
her hand. Not in this situation. I think he's going to let her swing away and
Pitch
see where.
comes in. Chloe is stealing, and she is
Safe.
And she thought about it for just a second, and she ended up coming right back to second. I think that was a very good decision. She probably could have made that play a little close. I think if she would have taken off as soon as she saw that ball passed, at least to where it was going to hit.
In the situation, I think it was the
Yeah.
right decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only one out. Don't try to force anything.
And now you got Reese being able to drive her in from second base,
Oh.
and that is a ball.
Just foul.
Yep, just foul. I don't think we got a call from either umpire, so, but that was literally,
Coach Edwards was pointing
Yeah.
for it to go that it was fair, but
that situation that happened in Davis.
yes.
Where we thought it was a foul ball, and it ended up being a fair.
Yes.
So,
I think we're talking about the one that it bounced off the base at
Yes.
first. Yeah.
and Reese takes ball one of the at-bat to get this count to 1 2 with Chloe Broussard sitting on second, and the Leopardettes leave 7-4 in the top of the fourth inning. And we're going to get Reese settled back in here to the batter's box, and the pitch is on the way, and it is ball in the dirt. Chloe takes third easily standing up and gets a good round right there.
Absolutely. Good job of Chloe. Seeing the ball go past again.
Yep.
You know, just but at this point, not forcing anything if you don't have to.
Yeah.
We know we're comfortable right now, but
Just do the little things.
exactly. Do the little things. Make the pitcher pitch to you.
Yeah.
No, we're going deep. Again, here we go. We're 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 7th pitch at bat. Reese fouls it off again. Off her knee. That's going to
Came
smart.
straight off her knee, and I know that's got to hurt. Oh, I think that might have hit.
And you
the
can
funny,
see she's got a smile on her face. And,
it might have hit that little funny bone in your knee.
yeah, the one that's not so funny.
Yeah.
But if I know her mom and dad, and I know her dad's here, and I think her grandparents are here too, or at least her grandfather, telling her to suck it up and
Yep.
let's go. So, rub some dirt on it is what her mama says. So, and I'm sure her mom's watching and listening right now. And then
Yeah, you look in the dugout, and the girls are having fun. They're
Yeah.
dancing, they're smiling.
they're smiling and talking to each other.
And that's not what we were seeing the first game.
No, ma'am, not at all. Reese is going to step back in, smile on her face.
Yep.
Again, we're deep into a pitch count, 7, 8 pitches to the batter. That's a really good at bat in our favor, at least.
Pitches in for Reese, and she is going to go down swinging on strike 3. And she chased that ball just a little bit, but, what do you do?
Yeah. You don't want to leave it to the umpire.
No, absolutely
Anything
not.
close, 2 outs. These girls are taught to battle.
Yep.
Was it a little high? Probably.
Yep. And now
But-
we got Kaylin Taylor stepping up to the plate, and go back to the first inning where Kaylin hit that bomb to left field, and she can easily open the game up right here with one swing of the bat. Pitch.
And they're going to pitch
way
away from her.
outside. Yep,
They're
they're
not going to give
her-
it. They're
nope.
not going to give her a chance
Nope.
to take another 1 yard on them, especially with a run and roll.
Nope.
Put us up 2 more runs. That would put us up 9-4 at that point. I think their coach is going to pitch away from her, or pitch her tight. And again, foul ball down the third
Foul
base
ball
line.
right down the third base line, and I think that almost hits Chloe right there. And
It almost hits it. Chloe skips over the
Yep.
top of it. It's a good job.
now that ball was almost in the middle of the plate right there.
Kind of a dangerous miss right there,
Yeah.
but Kaylin staying down on it.
Yep. Counts 1-1 right here, and Kaylin settles back in for her next pitch at the at-bat, and she's going to
In the hole.
right between second and short to score Chloe Broussard for the 8th run of the Leopardettes game right here.
And of course, you go back several games.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't scored 8 runs in several games. We
Several.
played a lot of games going back to the Ripley tournament. Everything was 3-2, 2-1. I mean, we played a lot of really tight games, but in the Ripley tournament, we played a lot of really good teams.
Yes, absolutely. We've seen Silo, and
Oh,
I mean, how many times have they been a state
well,
champion?
they were state champion last year,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we should have beat Silo.
Yep.
We lost to them 3-2.
Yes.
If we clean up the 2 errors in the first inning, that doesn't happen.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's in trouble.
Somebody might be in a
downstairs,
little
boy,
bit
I
of
tell you
trouble
what.
as McLean steps in right here. We
She
got
kicked
2
in
outs,
mama
runner on
mode.
first. Braley Malacote's coming in. I think it is Braley. Yeah, Braley Malacote comes in. McLean gets up underneath one. It's going to be trouble, and the girl makes the catch in foul territory to end the inning. I think McLean was looking for the fence again.
Yep.
She's got some confidence back to her, and, hey, I love it for the kid.
Yep.
Swing with bat with confidence. You got to love it.
She's
And-
limping a little bit,
yeah, just a
too,
little
there.
bit.
She's got, both of her knees aren't the greatest. Last year at Paul's Valley when we were playing, she dislocated, I believe it was last year, she dislocated her knee in the game.
Yep.
Had to have surgery to repair it. And now from what I'm being understanding is that her left knee is doing much of the same stuff. And at some point, I think they're going to have to do surgery on that one. So, her knees aren't the greatest. It's something that plagues girls, the way the kneecap floats across the knee. And, Madison, she's dislocated her kneecap. That's why she wears the big bulky brace that she wears. It's got a deal to help keep her kneecap in place.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to take a quick break, folks. Stay tuned. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, here in the Murray County Bash, where your Leopardettes are squaring off against Sulphur here. We're going to enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Leopardettes on top, 8-4.
Jaden Settles back in right here for her first pitch of the inning, and it is going to be a big swing and the miss by the Sulphur Bulldog batter.
Garner. Number 1, Garner. I think we're back to the top of the lineup.
I think so too.
Yeah, they've rolled their lineup.
Yep.
That's right, because Paige Collins is their 9-hole hitter. She struck out in the last inning, so we're back the way they've rolled their lineup again. This is third time?
Third time now. Here we go. Jaden Settles back in for pitch number 2 at the at bat, and it's a high ball right here, and count goes 1-1. And
why make a change?
Yep.
A lot of times coaches will make a change once they roll that lineup 1 or 2 times because you don't want them – because good batters will zero in really well.
Yeah.
But they've not really got to her yet.
And that is a high fly ball.
And that's going to go out of play.
And that is probably, even though that was a foul ball, that's the hardest hit we've seen from the Sulphur Bulldogs.
Just like what we were talking about, they're starting to get that timing down a little bit. And so, but
We're coming
again,
on
I
there.
haven't seen Coach Edwards, warm anybody else up. We got Kaylin, we got Madison still, and we got Reese that can all pitch. So
Jaden Settles back in.
I seriously
Count
got that
1
he
and
would
2
bring
right here. And she is
serious-
going to
yeah,
go
nice.
down swinging.
Very
Nice
nice.
strikeout right there for Jaden Webb to start the bottom of the 4th inning for the Leopardettes with a strikeout.
I don't see him wanting to bring Madison back in after Madison pitched last inning, although he could, just because of the delivery difference. Madison and Jaden pitch a lot of the same style. Madison's a little bit longer. I could see him bring Kaylin in, Kaylin being a screwball pitcher.
Yep.
Reese, she just blows gas. So, we're pretty blessed here.
We got number 24 stepping in for the Sulphur Bulldogs right here.
Coach Lowry makes
That
the
was-
catch in the
that was-
dugout.
That was beautiful by Lowry.
Good job, Coach.
He got a big smile on his face. I'm
Yep.
sure one of the girls had something to say to him over there.
He's proud of himself for that one.
Well, them girls give him a hard time.
Ball outside right here for Jaden, and you kind of see her say, "That's on me.
Yeah.
That's my fault. It slipped out of her hand." And now the count goes 1-1 right here, and the Leopardettes leave 8-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning here in Sulphur with 1 out. And the Sulphur Bulldog steps back in, gets ready for her pitch, and it is a foul ball straight into the dugout. And number 12, who's that for us? Number 12 in the dugout.
I couldn't see.
She just about got her head taken off.
I think of Brooklyn Brown.
Yep. That ball was
And
close.
I really wish more parks would do, I think it's Marlowe, the way they have their netting set up. The ball cannot come into the dugout.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish more facilities would think about that, because you got girls, you look down here at Sulphur's bench, you look down there at ours, everybody's crowded right there at that opening.
And that is a foul ball back into McLean. And that will give us a 1-2 count right here for Jaden. And this is kind of Jaden's count right here. She's still ahead, and she's going to pitch. She's going to pitch her pitch. And I think we might see something off speed. And that is a high fly ball to Chloe, and it is over her head. And as
she had a beat on it,
yep,
and just I think her foot got hung up a little bit right there.
Well,
she couldn't get her hips turned.
I think she saw this batter left-handed, so you immediately think left-hander that
going to
is
go to right center versus not left center. So.
Or she could be a slapper. So she was
definitely
scooted in. They haven't burned her yet today, so why would you back that far up?
No.
And it was a really good hit. That's the best hit we've seen from the Sulphur Bulldogs, and that start getting something going right here in the bottom of the 4th.
I want to compliment Sulphur's facility. They've got a really beautiful facility. They've got nice green glass. The outfield doesn't roll like you see in some, as Jaden takes those pitch ball.
Yep.
But the outfield is really smooth.
Yes.
And you got Oh Glory setting straight away center field. You don't see a lot of schools do that very often anymore.
Absolutely not.
All props to Sulphur for not being bashful about swinging.
Second pitch of that bat goes right back to Chloe. She is going to throw the ball to third base, and there is an out right there.
Nice job. Nice throw by Chloe.
Yeah, very nice. Chloe comes up, ball just hitting right in front of her in left center field, and she comes up throwing to get that out.
Great
Second
job
out
by
of the
Kaylin,
inning.
making the play on the ball, getting the tag down. And, again, not a lot of schools are wanting to fly Oh Glory at their facilities anymore because of all the things that have gone on in our world. But, all the props to Sulphur for not being scared to do so. We really appreciate that, especially to all the veterans and first responders.
You got to mention the quality air conditioning here in the press box. Too.
Well, I will say this. It is very
props
nice. I wish that this air conditioning would have been at Morrison and Ripley because we sweated our tail end off when we were there. But, even, the temperature outside right now is 30 degrees cooler than what it was this time last week. So
first pitch of the at-bat to the Sulphur Bulldog number 11 is going to be a ball inside. We got 2 outs right here in the bottom of the 4th. Leopardettes lead 8-4, and we have a runner on first base right here. It looks like we got a pinch runner number 5, which is
McClure, I think, is the last thing.
Madden?
Second
pitch of the at-bat, ball outside.
I called up here this morning, and I talked to Coach James, and he said, man, I'll take care of you guys. Well,
Boy, did he ever. I really appreciate it.
About that.
We appreciate that.
I do appreciate that he's taking care of us that way.
Count 1 and run right here to Jaden. And she
Nice pitch.
is going to take that right down Broadway for a big swing and a miss from the Sulphur Bulldog batter. And now she goes 2-0 right here in this count. And this is Jaden's count. This is going to become her pitch right here.
It's very nice, again, seeing the pitchers get ahead in the count
absolutely.
And not having to battle from behind. And like you said, now Jaden, it allows Jaden to reach down in her bag of tricks a little bit and throw something different.
Ball in the dirt right there for ball 2 of the at-bat. So we go 2-2 right here with 2 outs and a Sulphur Bulldog on first base.
Good placement of that pitch.
Mm-hmm.
You want it down and away. Try to get them to chase something. Good job of McLean snagging, cleaning, pulling the ball up out of the dirt. Making sure it doesn't go to the backstop and advancing the runner.
Batter settles in. Jaden delivers the pitch for a ball straight up just under the glove of Lily Dodson right there, but good backup right there by Chloe Broussard in center field to be there, so that Sulphur Bulldog doesn't advance to third because where it was and Chloe just getting burned, she probably was playing a little
deeper,
further back.
Yes.
And that could have easily have gotten that Bulldog over
Absolutely.
to third base. So here we are
Still with 2 outs.
Yep, 2 outs. We got a runner on first and second, and they're threatening again.
There we go.
If
2 outs, threatened, 2 runners on.
Yep. We remember correctly.
It started right here, if I
Yep.
remember correctly,
Yes.
just like
Yep.
this.
Just like this. 2
Sanford
outs.
came up a while ago. She's 2 for 2 on the day.
Oh.
Hit. I think she was hit a while ago as well. So, Jaden
we got time
shaking
right
it off. We got time. Check
here
her,
by
make
the-
sure, especially with it hit her in the helmet that way. I know that's not intentional.
No,
People don't
absolutely
understand. I mean, Jaden's not that type of player by no means.
No, absolutely not. And that comes out. It comes out of the hand
The
differently.
way it comes out, if you catch a seam just wrong with
Yeah.
the pinky or whatever, it rises on you. So,
Here we go. The Sulphur Bulldogs, they're threatening, bases loaded, 2 outs, and number 12's up to bat with a foul ball right here back behind. And we go back to, I think it was the 3rd inning. Was it 3rd inning?
Yeah.
That Sulphur scored their
there are 4 runs.
4 runs.
No,
and
3,
it was
3 runs.
3 runs, and it was in this situation right here with 2 outs, bases loaded, and a hit by pitch. So we're going to see Jaden right here. Just buckle down. Just throw the ball. Let your defense work, because they've had a few small errors that have led to runs, but for the most part, we have played pretty good defense.
Absolutely. And here we are. We're waiting right now for balls to come back in. Been a lot of foul balls throughout the day. A couple of home runs hit. So, waiting for some ball to get back in. But
Count stands 1 strike and no balls, and Jaden delivers for the first ball of the at-bat. And we go 1-1 right here to Bulldog batter number 12 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th.
just need to settle in right
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely. Just
Take care of business.
Yep.
Throw the pitches you want. Don't try to overthrow right here. Popped up.
Popped
Just
up.
what we want.
Lily.
Hallie's coming in. Somebody's calling. I saw Hallie calling for it.
and that easily scores 2 Bulldog runs
That'll
right there.
score
for
1 right there.
1 or 2.
Oh, it did score 2.
Scored 2, and Sulphur goes up, or Sulphur starts getting into striking distance.
Yes, no, they're
8 to
absolutely
6 right here.
I mean, they can go ahead right here, 2 outs. You
Yep.
got tying runs on second.
Yep.
Again, stuff that
Just little things, little errors, miscommunication right here. I think we saw Lily get under it, and I think she was under it, and then Hallie calls her off, and
which Lily did what she's supposed to do.
Yep,
And
she backed
the
off.
outfielder's coming in. She gets called off. Get
Yep.
out of the way.
pitch delivered right here to Jaden, and it is a
Nice pitch.
strike. So we are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and it is 8 to 6 Leopardettes, and we got Bulldog runners on 2nd and 3rd.
5 runs have been scored with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And that seems to be our Achilles heel. We just got to buckle
And
down.
that is a good line drive right over the
And
shortstop.
that was-
We scores 1 and 2 for the Bulldogs to easily tie it up right here in Sulphur in the bottom of the 4th.
So 7 runs have now been scored with
Yep.
2 outs between the 3rd inning and the 4th inning.
Yep. And
Yeah,
you've got to wonder right here, is there a pitching change coming? We're three times around their lineup, and we're fixing to turn it over right here. I think this is the
Yes. No. Not yet.
8 hole, so we're close.
Yeah, 9 holes on deck right there.
I mean, we go from a 8-4 lead coming into this inning, and now we're tied 8-8 here with the hometown Sulphur Bulldogs, and with 2 outs at that.
Absolutely. Again, that's we took it's like they get 2 outs and they take time off, and
Yep.
you can't take any pitch off.
No.
And I know
You got to
Edwards
keep
is-
your foot to the floor.
Yeah,
Don't-
absolutely. You got to
don't
keep
let
your
off.
you got to keep the gas going.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because like we said earlier in the broadcast, Sulphur's not going to lay down.
oh no, and
They're
they're showing
gonna-
that they're not laying down.
They're a softball they're a sports school.
Yes.
They have athletes here, so this has turned into a really good ball game all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, yes.
And now here we go. We got Jaden settling in for the first pitch of the at-bat, and it is going to be a hard ground ball to Kaylin. She throws over to Maddie, and it ends the inning, but the damage has been done.
We're tied up.
We're going to go to the top of the 5th, tied 8-8 here in Sulphur.
Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, here where your Leopardettes are squared off against the Sulphur Bulldogs here in the Murray County Bash.
Yeah, and time has expired here in Sulphur, and we are tied 8-8, so we're going to an international tiebreaker, and that means our last out will go to second base, and that would be McLean Stinnett out there on second, and now we have Lily Dodson up to bat in the top of the fifth.
Not a bad person to have up to bat. Again, I mean, Lily showing wall go, bounces one off the wall.
She has the power,
she
and she's
definitely has
capable.
the power to. And then we got Jaden after that, and Madison after that.
Yep.
And again,
We
so
got a
we
good
get,
part of our lineup.
No, I love
right
I love where our lineup's at right now.
Yep.
So, you know,
and this part of the lineup has been hitting the ball today very well.
Yes.
Lily steps in and gets ready for her first pitch, and it is going to be a strike. So right here, I think what we need to focus on right here is just getting McLean over to third base.
Absolutely.
Giving us a chance just to get one run
Just to get that
in.
one run.
Yeah.
You know, and close.
Right down third base line, just on the foul side though, and Lily goes down in the count 0-2 right here with 2 strikes on her. So it's not something you really want to see with Lily up to bat, but not too concerning because she can easily
Lily's a very disciplined batter.
Yes.
And she's kind of struggled, I feel, a bit. But she's showing that she's not scared to swing the bat and give her what she wants, just like that.
High ball to center field, and it
is gone straight away. Center field, home run.
It is gone. That's
a
that
great
ball was
job.
Hit hard. I think that was gone off the bat.
Again, I told you, at an 0-2 pitch, she's not scared. She's going to swing the bat.
And just like I said,
bam,
it's okay with her being down 0-2 because
she'll take it. Yeah,
she can make something happen, and that ball was gone from the moment.
The minute it left the bat, it was leaving. You could tell just the sound off, even inside.
Yep.
You can hear that sound coming off the bat.
And
no
Leopardettes
outs.
Quickly go up 10-8 right here in the top of the fifth. Time has expired, so this could potentially be our last inning if the Sulphur Bulldogs can't come back. But Lily wasn't going to let another one slip away from her.
No.
She said, I almost had it the last inning. I'm going to get it this inning.
Well, and she's been so close all since the beginning, all through the summer and through the first part of the season. She'll tell you, she comes back, I missed it by just that much.
Yep. And she knows how to adjust.
Oh, yes. And she's been. And you can see it. She's calculating those adjustments, adjusting. And I guarantee you, her mom's probably got a big old smile down there on her face right now, and I can see her from here smiling big, and as she should be, because Lily's finally.
Jaden Webb is up to bat right here, and this is another one that swings the bat real well.
Absolutely.
And she has a lot of power, and she can also play a little bit of a short game.
Yes.
And she takes the second strike at the at-bat and quickly goes down 0-2, and back to the same situation with Lily, but don't be discouraged because she can still get out of this right here.
The thing that strikes me that I'm seeing right now when you look at the field.
And that ball is hit right behind third base, and third baseman for the Sulphur Bulldogs gets that right on foul fair territory for the first out of the inning.
They're shading hard left, and there's such a huge gap from second base over to behind second base. I mean, they're.
And not saying the wind has anything to do with it. The wind is blowing.
It's blowing in from left to right, coming into the field.
Yep.
So
that ball that Lily hit was it was gone from the minute it left the bat.
The minute you could hear, like I said, hearing that from here inside, you could hear it was a solid hit.
Now we got Maddie McGowan up with one out in the top of the fifth, and Leopardettes lead 10-8, and she takes ball one of the at-bat, and it goes 1-1, and I think we were all kind of waiting for that.
She kind of looked back at him like, really?
Yeah.
But, hey, all right.
Third pitch of the at-bat right here to Maddie, and it is the same spot, and that's going to be ball 2. So we're going to go 2-1 right here to Maddie McGowan with one out in the top of the fifth.
You notice Madison scooted up in the box, try to catch it up front because the girl's throwing a drop ball.
Ball out right there for ball 3, so we are quickly 3-1 and a hitter's count for right here.
Madison gets one close. She needs to put the barrel on the ball and put it in play and see what we can make happen here.
Delivers the pitch, and it is a hard ground ball to short, and she just mishandles it. And there is a runner for the Leopardettes right there with one out in the top of the fifth. Maddie McGowan finds a way on. Good hard ball. pretty much hitting the gap right over there. And the
Yeah,
shortstop did get a glove on it,
Yes.
but wasn't in time.
No.
So we got a pinch runner for Maddie. That is Baron.
That's a good
that
job. Baron
Yep.
Cruz is going to
Yep.
pinch run for Madison. Not to say that Madison's slow, but Barron's a whole lot faster.
So that is going to be Brecken Klein is going to step in the batter's box for the Leopardettes right here with one out in the top of the fifth.
Breck's 0 for 2 on the
Yep.
day, but you know she's been
gotten
hitting the ball
two
really
good
well.
hits, or she's
So-
gotten 2 balls come off the bat really well. And Barron is going to take off, and she slides in safely.
Kind of bounces more in, and she didn't know whether she wanted to slide or what. Her knee
Yep.
drives into the her knee drives into the dirt and kind of bounces on and skips on across there.
So we have a runner on second base right here for the Leopardettes with Brecken Klein up to bat and one out in the bottom or the top of the fifth. Leopardettes leave 10-8, and the pitch is outside for ball 2 of the at bat.
Just in case somebody's just now joined us, we started the top of the fifth in the international tiebreaker rule. We went into it tied 8-8. We started with McLean Stinnett on second base. Ball foul back behind us, straight back. But we started it in the international tiebreaker. Lily Dotson hit a straightaway home run to put us up by 2. We got a runner on second with Brecken Klein batting right now with the 2 balls, 1 strike.
And the pitch deliver right here to Brecken, and it is ball 3. So count goes 3-1, and we're back into a hitter's count right here. And ball either's got to come right over the plate or something sweet to get that.
Umpire's showing a 2-2 count.
Oh,
Everybody else is showing 3-1. I'm not sure.
and that is
That
a ball hit to
ball
right field
hit hard.
over the right.
Almost
corner.
bounce it off the bottom of the
Almost.
wall. That's going to score Baron Cruz. That'll be a
Brecken
stand-up
double right there, and that was a very good piece of hitting for Brecken. She needed that in a bad way,
Absolutely.
and that was almost right there at the top of the fence.
Well, it hit right there at the bottom, and again, the pitchers, they're throwing everything to the outside, and Baron check that. She did a great job. Brecken did a great job of taking what the pitcher gave her, taking it away, so she hits the ball away
Yep,
to.
absolutely.
So it's
now
a
here
very
we
good
are,
job.
in top of the fifth, and we got
Oh, get down.
we got Hallie Harris, our 9-hole up to bat right. we got light situations.
Nonetheless, we're about to turn.
Listen,
our
as long as
lineup's
the
gonna
air
turn over.
conditioner's still going, I'm good. That's all that matters.
You got 1 strike, 1 out. You got a runner on second. Pitch coming, 0-1 pitch coming. Ball outside for ball 1. It gives us a 1-1 count, 1 out. Again, you know, we're turning our lineup over. Chloe's going to come up for our 5th time, I think.
I believe it is. And Hallie takes
It's
ball.
gonna-
Strike 2.
Strike
That-
2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll have to look. I can't.
I think it is. Let me look right quick.
I know Hallie's only 1 for 2, but it,
Pitch coming in, and Hallie
nice
bunts
nice
that right
hit bunt. Goes right to the first baseman. Nonetheless,
for our second
keep
out.
on coming. Keep on coming.
Go. Touch base.
Touch the plate.
Yep, there we go. That should score that run,
should
and
score
that should
the
be our
run.
2 outs right there.
Unless we started with an out. No, he's
No.
calling the umpire out here, and again we're gonna. I guess we started with 1 out.
I thought we just start with runner.
I did as well, but that should have only been our 2nd out. Nobody's questioning it, so
Looks like we are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Leopardettes lead 11-8.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardette Sports right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Okay, welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against the Sulphur Bulldogs here in the Murray County Bash.
And the Leopardettes are ahead right now in the bottom of the 5th. International tiebreaker right here. We're ahead 11-8. We got a Sulphur Bulldog starting on second, and they will start with 1 out. We saw that the top of half of the 5th inning, we thought that there was just a runner starting on second, but we started with a runner on second with 1 out, and we quickly got our 2 outs to end the top half of the inning, and Jaden Webb starts off with a strike for the bottom half of the 5th to try and end this ball game for us. We're ahead 11-8, and we got a runner on second, and number 10 is up to bat for the Sulphur Bulldogs.
This is Paige Collins. She's 0 for 2 or 0 for 3. She struck out both at bats. So
she's quickly down in the count, 2 strikes and no balls, and now she's kind of in a predicament. She's right here in Jaden's count. Jaden's going to throw something that she wants to throw.
She wants to throw, absolutely. You know, and again, they've only turned their lineup over twice. This is her 3rd at bat.
And that is ball 1 for Paige, and it is going to go 2 strikes and 1 ball right here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
Still a pitcher's count.
Yep.
You know, she can still throw whatever she wants right here. Be
Jaden
comfortable
gets ready,
doing it.
delivers the pitch, and it is a foul ball back into the net, and Paige is fighting. She's not going to go down without a fight.
She's doing a good job. Again, a great kid, great family. You know, again, with travel ball, you know this as well as I do with Chloe traveling, playing on travel teams. You know, you develop, you know, your kids develop these relationships, and it's always fun to see when we play each other. Ball low for ball 2 right there, 2-2.
If you're just joining in with us, we're here in Sulphur at the Murray County Bash, and our Leopardettes are in an international tiebreaker inning in the bottom of the 5th, and we lead 11-8 with 1 out, a Bulldog on second base, and Jaden gets the 2nd out of the inning and sets her down with a strikeout. And I'm not, how many strikeouts?
5 or 6.
Yep.
That's 3 with Paige, but I think 5 or 6 strikeouts, maybe 7, I believe. I haven't been keeping track.
Now the Bulldogs are down to their last out. Jaden delivers, and it is
But this
a ball.
this is kind of reminiscent of what we've seen in the last couple of innings with the
Yes.
Bulldogs.
2 outs,
2 outs. They've got a
runner
runner
on.
on second, you know, and it all kind of started right here with Garner. You know, she got walked at last at bat, and it just kind of, you know, hard hit to Kaylin. That should end the inning, and
that is going
that
to
will end the ball game.
our ball game. And our Leopardettes take the win 11-8 in an international tiebreaker inning, and that was a good, hard-fought game. We tied it up in the 4th, or Bulldogs tied it up in the 4th inning and threatened.
Yes.
And you kind of wonder what's
know,
fixing to happen.
You know, our girls had every opportunity to lay down, and they decided to stand up and fight. And,
Yep.
you know, it's good. They needed to be pushed
Yes,
that way,
they did.
especially after that last game where I don't feel like they played their best game. So, you know, our
And-
girls, it's nice to see them having a smile on their
Yeah.
face as they come off. Now
And having
we'll
fun.
go into tomorrow playing Norman in Washington.
And that's a big test for us. That's a really big, I mean, Washington is Washington. There's no need to say more.
Yeah, there's nothing else to be said there. I've not heard much about Norman. I do know it's not Norman North. Norman North is kind of the power of the
Yeah.
2 schools when it
Yeah.
comes to softball because of the girls and stuff that they have on that team. You know, looking forward, you know, we just got to play our game and
Yep,
and
absolutely.
go in understanding, swing the bat, make contact, do
Anything
what we
can
did in
happen.
this game.
Yep.
If we do what we did in this game early on, there won't be anybody, I don't think, or we'll be in every game
Yep.
for sure. So
I think that we're going to get a couple of girls up here, Robert.
Yeah, we're going to go. We're going to take it to a quick break. Then we're going to try to get a couple of girls up here. Stay tuned, folks. Who do y'all want?
to Sulphur, and we have our lone senior, Chloe Broussard, and Lily Dodson right here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the games today. I didn't get to catch the first game, but I did get to catch the second game. And talk to me about how y'all had to claw back and fight back right here, tied going into international tiebreaker inning, 8-8.
It's just kind of a matter of, being up in the dugout, being loud, like supporting each other, patting each other on the back when you miss a ball, make an error, and just the next person picking each other up.
Yep. And now I believe it was the top of the fourth inning when you had 2 fly balls hit to you back to back, and they were smoked pretty good at you, and you were able to get under those balls and make a throw to third base for an out also. And then they come back and they kind of burn you just a little bit. And
Yeah.
What was you thinking with that left-handed batter up there?
I kind of got too far up, and then I just made a play after. Like you want to always make the next play. Like there's always a play to be made. So.
And they really didn't burn y'all today. So kind of think about if I'm too far back and the ball's dropped in front of me, then I'm not going to be able to make a play. So.
Yeah.
I think that was a really good decision. Even though you did get burned that one time, I think you made up for it because right after that you threw the girl out at third. And what was you thinking when you got that ball and came up?
Honestly, I was just seeing if she's going to go or not. I mean, either way, I was probably going to fire it. But
and we know that you're capable of throwing somebody out, and that was shown today. And as kind of not the lone senior, but the lone senior in the lineup consistently, going into your senior year, what are you kind of expecting? What do you want out of this season?
I just want to have fun. I want my teammates to have my back and just being having a good attitude all the time. Leave it on the field, and just if we lose one game, worry about the next game. Leave it out there.
Now, what's one thing you're going to miss?
Ooh.
Because we know you're not done after this. You got to sign and you're going to get to go play college ball at Eastern, which is a huge accomplishment. But as far as your high school career that's ending, what's something that you're going to miss with all this?
I don't know. I think just the connections you make with, your high school teammates. You only get to go to high school once. Well, some of us, but and it's just, it's good to play with people that I know will have my back.
Yep. And I know as your aunt, it's going to be hard. But we appreciate you setting up here talking with us, and glad to see you got to play today after fighting some injuries, throughout the season, throughout the summer. We're just glad to have you back and healthy and ready to get going throughout the season.
Yes, me too.
So, Lily, this last game right here, I think it was the third inning. You kind of bounced one off the top of the wall, and we're setting up here saying, it's going, and then it bounces off the wall. What was you thinking in that moment?
I honestly thought it was going over too, and I mean, just to see me get a good hit was just made my day basically because I've been struggling.
Yes.
So I've been putting a lot of work in, and seeing that I get one almost to go over.
Yep. And then your next at bat, you got it to go over.
I know.
And it was gone from the moment you went off that bat.
Yes.
And that was a deep center shot. What adjustments did you make between those at bats?
To scoot back in the box to see the pitcher better.
Awesome.
Because sometimes you get up too far in the box and you're just trying to hit so bad that you don't see it. So,
what was you thinking? Was you thinking, I'm going to crush the ball, or I just need a base hit to get things going?
All I was thinking was a base hit to right field, because that's what we needed, was a base hit to right field. So
awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here and giving an interview with us, and good luck tomorrow, ladies, as we face Washington and Norman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Coach Edwards. And we are back with Coach Edwards after his win an international tiebreaker right here against the hometown Sulphur Bulldogs. And, you know, going into the top of the 5th inning tied up, what were you feeling?
You never know, especially after you give up a lead like that. Sometimes that kind of momentum can carry you into that extra inning. And so it's a little bit of adversity there. Good to see the girls come back and fight through that adversity and just pick themselves right back up and get after it right there.
Absolutely. And Jaden, she pitched a heck of a ball game against the Sulphur Bulldogs. She's kept them off balance pretty much all game. And going into your huddle, what was your thoughts to her?
Just, keep doing what she's doing. I like you said, I thought she had pitched pretty well. We didn't command the inside part of the plate as well as the outside part of the plate. And some days you have things like that. Not every day as a pitcher you're going to have your number one stuff. But, that kind of determines how good of a pitcher you are. If you can still go out and compete and win games on days when you don't have your best stuff, then, that's what separates decent pitchers from good pitchers right there.
Absolutely. And, we didn't have all that good of a first game. And you come out, the Sulphur Bulldogs home team, they had a pretty big crowd right here, and they were fired up in the dugout. And you start swinging the bat. And I think we ended up with 3 home runs,
yes,
3 or 4
I
home
believe so,
runs.
yeah.
What did you tell your batters before the game?
I didn't really tell them too much before the game. I've talked to a couple of them over the last couple of days that have been in slumps and just kind of told them, you just got to keep swinging. You got to swing your way out of it. You didn't just all of a sudden start sucking at softball.
Yeah.
You played the game your whole life. Sometimes everybody goes through a slump at some point.
Absolutely.
Usually the more you press and the more you try to make it happen, the deeper that hole gets, and you got to keep fighting your way out of it. So a lot of times the best thing is just to relax and make the game as simple as you can again, and that kind of a lot of times that helps you get out of that slump.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're a lone senior out there today, Chloe, in center field. She made 3 very good plays in center field. She got 2 really hard gap fly balls, and then she came up throwing to throw somebody out. And then the next inning, she kind of got burned a little bit. And what was your thoughts after that? Was you thinking maybe she was thinking, hey, this girl's a slapper?
Yeah. Chloe's played a lot of softball. I tend to trust her instincts pretty well. She knows what's going on out there. That girl hasn't shown us the whole game that she was going to be able to hit something like that. I think she hit a ground ball back to the pitcher and maybe fly ball on the infield. So she hadn't shown that the whole game. But, just good thing to see from Chloe right there is then she got the very next opportunity. The girl hits a line drive to her, and she comes up and gets it and throws the girl out at third. She doesn't let that mistake stay with her. We got our head back up, and we got right back in the game. So.
Absolutely. And going into tomorrow, you're facing the powerhouse of Washington, and I don't think there needs to be much said. It's Washington.
Yeah.
So what are you going to tell your girls tomorrow after a game like this and, the small errors that kind of added up to lead to the tie-breaking inning to beat this Washington team?
Yeah, I didn't think it was too much physically. I thought that we just kind of got a lead there and lost our focus a little bit. We maybe went into coast mode a little bit and just took some things for granted that we didn't need to take for granted, and it come back to bite us right there. So, a team like Washington, these girls know, if you're a competitor, these are the types of games that you like to have. You got a chance to come out and show what you can do and compete against the defending state champions. And, it's a no-lose situation for us. We can just come out and play with our hair on fire and hopefully, so we get we can carry some of this offensive momentum into tomorrow. They got 2 girls that can really throw it, but, at some point we're going to have to beat those girls. So it'll be a good test for us.
Well, Coach Edwards, congratulations on a really good win against the Sulphur Bulldogs, and a good luck tomorrow. And thank you for coming up here and interviewing with us.
Thank you.